What's happening, people? Back with another reaction, back with some more Black, aka Colin Vearncombe and his 1987 album Wonderful Life. Thank you again to Stuart for providing this. And the next song is the intriguingly yet cryptically titled, at least to my brain, Sometimes for the Asking. It's not an expression I've heard used, or at least the syntax of it feels a bit weird to me, but just to look at the words for themselves, sometimes, not always, but not necessarily rarely, and for the asking, I mean, obviously asking is making a query, trying to figure something out by questioning, but at the same time, I'm not sure how that phrase could relate to an interaction. So yeah, it's a really interesting title. There's a bit of poetry to it, but also, like I said, a bit of an odd syntactical or maybe semantic sequence. So let's just see what I can pick up on a first listen. This is Black. The tune is Sometimes for the Asking, and it's from his 1987 album Wonderful Life. Oh.
Sometimes you laugh, sometimes we smile at each other, sometimes you give a lot when really you'd rather not. Sometimes you pray, and sometimes you tell a lie, and sometimes you take a hold of this your living day. So many dreams for the escape, and I'll wait till there's one here who'll try to make a fool of you. You cry out for more, 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 more. Sometimes you lie, sometimes we smile at each other, sometimes you give a lot when really you'd rather not. And sometimes you pray, and sometimes you tell a lie. Sometimes you take a hold of this your living day.
production on this album, again, we're only a few tracks in, but it is top notch, and the arrangement, again, there's this deep and atmospheric bass, and then there's these little keyboard touches which, have this, they're not overly complex, but they give a lot of melody texture. And then of course there's this lovely swanky saxophone that comes in. People who know will be aware I'm hugely fond of the saxophone, and while of course some sax riffs are more standout than others, this one hits the overall vibe of this tune just perfectly, and he's got a great voice. And again, it's dynamic. He just has a smooth voice in his kind of middle range, but there's moments where he kind of drops down a little bit more. He does flourish up a bit higher at points, so yeah, I'm still learning his voice, but I like everything I hear so far. And yeah, definitely there's a couple moments along the way where it seems to shift the arrangement and even strip down a little bit. As to the lyrics, I don't pretend to know what's happening here, but I did think after it started and I began to hear "for the asking," I was thinking, oh, there's "for the taking" is a phrase, oh, it was there for the taking. And I guess a variant of that could be "for the asking," not necessarily that you can just reach out and make it happen, but that with an interaction you might be able to manifest it. And in that regard, I will say, I guess, willingness and an interaction between two people seems to be at hand here. It's sometimes you lie, sometimes you give a lot even when you'd rather not. So it seems like this complicated emotional dynamic, and I'm thinking a romantic partnership, and yet the line about, what is it, make a man of you, it's suddenly, oh wait, the person he's addressing is not a female, which again, you could read the identity of the narrator in different ways. Maybe just because it's coming from a male voice doesn't mean the character is strictly defined that way. And of course we do hear female vocals along the way, and I like the way they balance each other, Colin's lead vocal and those supporting female vocals. But yeah, suddenly then when I heard that "make a man of you," which again, that can mean different things, or it could be more genuine or more ironic or critical, meaning what makes a man of someone? Aren't they a man already, or do you have to act or behave a certain way to achieve manhood per se? So yeah, I did wonder what that might mean and how that affected what up until that point I thought was a dynamic about maybe give and take, and how much of this are you really into, and sometimes we smile at each other, but sometimes we're lying to each other. It felt like there was a story that I thought was unfolding, and that ambiguated it for me. But again, really compelling vocals. I love the production, and you can't go wrong with a saxophone like that. So very much enjoying this album. Thank you again to Stuart, as well as to Sophia, who had mentioned this artist to me going back. So it is nice to go through it now. From the sleeping Luca on the floor, and I will see you next time. Peace.